but make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Okay. I'm gonna pull you guys a little bit closer. Okay, we've moved you guys up a little bit, so hopefully you can hear us better. I don't have...
Now my name is Cozy Rosie.
This is Cozy Rosie, my friend.
Cozy.
It may be July and it may be like 95 degrees outside in Kansas, but we are tucked in to the corner of our sectional couch. And I should probably show you the mess that I have made.
It was bad.
With my yarn. I have started my Octopus, and I would say I think I am over halfway through with the tentacles. Let me show you what I've made. So last time I asked you guys if you thought I should do a solid color for the suction cups or if I should do like an ombre of teals. But I wasn't even thinking, and I've come to the agreement, as most of you that commented, not everyone that commented, but most people that commented said, since you have a variegated yarn with lots of colors, you should use just one solid color for the suction cups. And I was not even thinking about the fact that my main yarn color was variegated. So doing different suction cup colors, I think would have been really way too busy. So this is what my tentacles are looking like. So again, this is Sailor's Delight on the outside, which is the variegated yarn. And then this is Misty Jungle Green, which definitely is more of a teal than a green. This pulls very teal. I don't know if you can tell by that. By this, but
teal.
Yeah. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tentacles finished, and I finished yesterday. I got done all the bobble stitch suction cups for the other 4 legs. So I have, this is kind of what they look like before you attach them to the outside of the tentacle.
And this is the inside.
So that, no, this is the outside. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tentacle or suction cups. I got these all done yesterday, and now I am starting to work again on the outside. I will say, if you do not enjoy working down a chain, this is not the pattern for you.
I love working on chains.
That's true. This is actually a chain of bobble stitches, which you can't really tell when they kind of twirl, but can you see that? So when you unwind them, that's what they kind of look like. But the toughest part I've had is actually connecting these two and stitching them together. That is the hardest, and I've actually gotten messages from a message from another crocheter talking about how she tried to make this pattern, and every time her bobble stitch tentacle part was shorter than the straight. This doesn't look very straight right now, but it will be once I finish going back down. And then it was always like way shorter when she was crocheting them together, which is exactly the problem I ran into. I think the first tentacle I did, I had to re-crochet them together like 5, 6 times before I got it lined up to where it equaled out the same at the end. So once I finish this, I will show you what I mean. Okay, you guys, I have begun the attachment process here. As you can see, I have, I don't know, 6 or 7 single crochets going down here. Good grief, Rosie, just, okay. Okay. My advice here is make sure that you have 2 full stitches before you hit your first bobble, before you start, instead of starting right at the bobble. It's kind of easy to miss those first couple stitches. And then I just suggest, as you go down, to continue to check your ends because this gets all twisted. Just make sure you're kind of counting the stitches between and at your bobble stitches so that you're not missing any. This is a long chain, so it's easy to lose count of your total stitches, and I find it easier just to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and make sure things are lining up with the bobbles. But right now I'm gonna keep going, connecting my bobbles to my outside tentacle, and we'll see if we can get the other 4 of these finished. Okay, Ram.
Yeah.
Hi you guys, it is Thursday today, and I thought I would give you an update from yesterday on my anchor. It is coming along. So I finished my 8th and final tentacle this morning. I'm loving the color combo here. Some of these I feel like I need to kind of stretch and even out a little bit. They definitely, some of them want to twist. But I've officially made it through 1 skein of the Sailor's Delight. So again, the burnout blanket skeins are 300 grams or 220 yards. And I did forget that I started with like this size of Sailor's Delight left over, so I've probably used over a skein at this point, and I've gotten through all 8 tentacles and the first 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 4 rows of the body. So I just thought I'd show you how much yarn I've used so far. I believe there's one other part where I use this contrast color. This is Misty Jungle Green, but I don't think I'm even going to use a full skein of this. This is how much is left over. Here's an untouched, unopened skein, and here's how much I have after doing all the tentacles with it. So it's not going to use as much yarn as I was thinking, but I am getting ready to open up this next skein. By the way, always read forward in the pattern, because a lot of times there will be instructions, but they're just further down the pattern than maybe would have been more helpful earlier. I'm really bad about not reading all the directions. I just kind of open it and start going. So make sure you read the full instructions to know how many stitches you should have open at the top of each tentacle. She does not have a video or anything showing linking all of these together, which I feel like would have been helpful, because attaching and making your tensions tight between each of these so you don't get weird gaps is a little bit challenging. I will say though, so far, and I was looking through the pattern, so far there's no weird stitches in here. So everything so far has been using basic stitches. So that makes me think even if you're like an advanced beginner, you could do this pattern because they're not asking you to do some kind of crazy stitching. But yeah, here it is so far. I never time myself when I'm doing this because I get distracted so easily, and there's a lot of distractions in my house. So I don't time myself because I never know how much it actually takes me without interruptions. So, but yeah, I've been working on this throughout the week, and I'm hoping to get good going on this head today, body and head. But yeah, I just thought I'd check in and show you what I have so far. Good morning, you guys. It is Friday, and I got a bunch done on my anchor yesterday. So his entire top is complete. I am sewing on right now on this little belly patch. I'm in the middle of that. I've left this open because I'm about to attempt to make him, I am going to attempt to make him weighted because I already have a buyer for this guy. I made his eyes last night. I just crocheted 8 and then 16, 2 rounds with worsted weight yarn, and then I just embroidered the white center and outline on both sides. So this will be the front of him. And I also added some yarn kind of in between the eyes to define the eye shape a little more than it was looking once I was done kind of creating the eyeballs. So I did do that to make this more defined, and then I sewed on his eyeballs. So he's going to be completely no safety eyes, baby safe, completely baby safe. And then I also made the back of the head. So this will get sewed on once I'm done stuffing the body. So anyway, I didn't have a sock to fill with special weighted beans or anything. So what I ended up doing, Walmart handed out these like little dishcloth things, I think they're supposed to be, at a parade one year. I just cut a sliver off of it because it's kind of stretchy fabric. I'm gonna hot glue it and fill it with rice to use as a weight in this. So I'm gonna show you how I do that really quick. Do you like this little catch-all craft area over here? Rosie and I are in the middle of making chickens for her 4-H booth. Okay, I'm gonna try to move things out of the way here, but I have already hot glued this little end here. I do not know how to sew. I don't own a sewing machine, so we are hot gluing away here. This is all gonna be hidden inside the plushie, so it doesn't matter that it looks totally ghetto. All right, so I am just going to hot glue this edge now. Make sure I don't have any holes, so no rice can slip out of here. Okay, now I have this super fancy high-class tube, and I am going to fill this with rice from my pantry. All right, I've put a funnel in my makeshift rice sleeve. Now I'm gonna pour stuff in there. Okay, you guys, check out my weighted rice sleeve. The fanciest one you ever saw. I'm just gonna hot glue this in, and then we're gonna stick it in the octopus. All right, you guys, here we go. We're gonna see if this works. All right, here's my pouch, and I am going to curl this guy up and shove her in there. So right here, I ended up having to go back and cut about 1/3 of my homemade rice bag off of the tube because it was too big to fit in that pocket. And it was really simple. I just went back, cut my little bag, and re-hot glued the end and shoved it back in there, being about 2/3 shorter than what I originally had it. And I really think it worked out great. It's already a heavy plushie because of the weight of the legs, but I don't know, it feels more weighted with that little sack in there. These tentacles have enough weight by themselves, but I tried. Hi, you guys. Holy. Do you like my windblown crazy hair? What is happening here? Don't mind that. Don't mind my hair. I'm here to show you my finished Anchor the Octopus, my first one I've ever made. Here it is. I can't even fit it all. Maybe I can almost fit it all if I tip it upside down in one frame. Did this not turn out so awesome? It is Saturday today, so I finished this guy yesterday. Weighted, baggy, and all. Here's the underside. Isn't that cool how these line up with the tentacles, the little underside belly? So this, I was requested to make this weighted by the girl who bought this. This is going into her classroom. I hope it's going to be used as like a classroom pet or mascot of sorts. I feel like it will be excellent for it. I think my favorite thing about this pattern is the eyeballs. So like I described in the other video, I did just make these out of worsted weight yarn, and I just feel like they add so much character to this guy. I really, really like how that turned out, and it was worth taking the extra time to make those. This pattern really is stunning when it's all finished, and I am ready to make it in other colors. I don't know when I'm gonna have time to sit down and make a whole other one of these, but they are so neat to see. This one will be going in the fair for this next week, and then we'll be going off to its owner after she gets displayed. He, she, it gets displayed for the week. I will say, if you are looking for the perfect road trip make, this is the pattern you're looking for, because it is time consuming and it does not take hardly any stuffing. The only thing you stuff is like here and here. So you have to hardly bring any stuffing, and you only need 2 colors, your main color and your contrast color. The pattern is very repetitive, like all this is very repetitive, so you don't have to keep looking at your phone. It's very easy to like look, understand, and just be able to work on it. So I would highly recommend this for any future road trips you might be going on. And I will probably be making more, I just don't know when. I really want to make one that's teal with like lime green suction cups. Although I still have, this only took a skein and a half of the main color and not even a full skein of the contrast color. So it does not take as much yarn as you would think, but it does take some time. It does take some time. Totally worth it. Totally worth the money and the time to make this guy. All right, I've set anchor up here really quickly because I'm going to kind of introduce you to the rest of this video with my insane hair. I don't even know what to do with that. You guys, I was sent a thermal printer to test with a company who gave me a link to use for a discount code for their products. And I cannot believe that, because I don't even feel like, I don't know. I feel like there's other people that are techie and savvy with computers, and I'm not one of those people. And yet here we are with Kayla opening and working a printer. There was lots of user error involved, but I did it, you guys. I successfully opened, set up, and used the printer without any help, without needing to contact support. These next few clips are going to be me showing you the package, showing you my unboxing, showing you how in the heck you work the thing, which isn't nearly as hard if you plug everything in. I'll just say that much. And I'll let you watch the rest of this clip. I don't really want to show you behind me because everything's a mess, but do you see this package sitting on my desk? That, my friends, is a thermal printer that I got sent by the company Betckey to be an affiliate of their company. And I have never been asked to be an affiliate of anything.
Wait, are you gonna do?
Here is my box from Betckey. It's still weird to see my name of my company like printed on an official like box to me. Rosie, why don't you do a little finger tap? Here we go. I know my head's cut off, but that's fine. I'm not looking any way, shape, or form impressive today. So Rosie is going to cut open our box.
Kind of hard.
Well, here, why don't I cut?
Okay, you guys, the first thing you need to know about Betckey is they have really secure packaging. We spent so much time cutting and peeling tape off our box. But let me tell you about this printer. This is the iLabel printer brand, and it is compatible with all the Betckey thermal label types, except there is one series called the Brothers series that it does not support, but all the rest, which there's a bazillion of, it does. Here you can see they sent me 4 different sized labels, and they've got so many more sizes on their website. Betckey.com, which I am showing you here. Their website is ranked first in the world in labels, and they are the leading supplier for compatible direct thermal labels. Here I am just showing you how you get to this particular label on the Betckey website. They also have their store on Amazon. It's been on Amazon for 10 years and ranks first in the US, Canada, and Western Europe. So it is an established company that is trustworthy. Here I'm showing you the printer that they sent me. It does have 60 commonly used Betckey label sizes preloaded on here. You just gotta download the driver onto the computer and it will easily get you going on there. This printer is also only £1. It's so small, it would be really easy to travel with. They also sent me this little plastic doohickey that you put the rolls on for printing. All right, you guys, full transparency. If I just show this much, it looks like, ooh, look what I made. You see this? This is what happens when you don't have your printer plugged in all the way and you queue up 500 things and push 1,000 buttons to try to make it work. But really it's not plugged into the back. The little USB is not plugged into the back of the printer the whole time, and that's why it's not working, not because the printer doesn't work. Just a small hint for you. Make sure this thing is all the way in the hole. There you go. That's step one. Step one, folks. All right, you guys, I'm gonna show you. You can totally do this all by yourselves, just like me. This is the video I was looking for when I was doing this, setting this up, and couldn't find, so I am making it. All right, I'm just typing in Betckey.com, Betckey.com. When you get here, okay, you're gonna have I plugged mine into the USB port because I don't know how to do anything else, but you can do things Bluetooth or from your phone even. You're gonna go to support and you're gonna go to driver download. Once you do that, you can select whatever you are using. There's Windows, Mac, Chromebook. Then you can get the user manual or a sample label here to practice printing. I am on a Windows computer, so I just selected that, and then you just select to download and it does it in a second. Look, here's my little virtual assistant. Okay, once you have downloaded the driver, then you can open up your file. I just downloaded a file off of Canva, so let me show you that. This is my business card logo that I just got off Canva. I downloaded it and saved it as its own thing here. I did select the measurements for this size label on Canva, which made things a lot easier. This is a 3x2 inch label, but once you have this selected, you're gonna make sure you have your printer on. I'm just pushing the button to turn it on. Did you hear that beep? There's a little power button on there. Okay, now we are going to do this. There's my little printer icon. I click it, and this is on landscape. For some reason, it wants me to, even the landscape is long ways for this, for right now. I think it's because of the file I downloaded. I have to have it selected on portrait to have it in the right direction. I renamed my printer Label Printer, and I am just gonna press print. And in 2 seconds, maybe I should do that again. Watch, I'm gonna do this again. So guys, I have blue marker, like permanent marker all over the table. I don't know, I've tried to scrub it off, okay? I'm sorry. This is what it's like living with children. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna press print. Oh, I forgot to select. My goodness, okay, sorry. I'm gonna press print, and then I'm select the right layout, and then I'm gonna press print. And it's gonna just spit them out that quickly. How awesome is that? So my idea with this is to use them to seal my baggies that I use at markets.
I could also paste these inside a box if I was shipping. I have not been shipping things on Etsy lately because I've just been using Etsy for my pattern digital downloads. But let me show you some of the options they have for labels. Okay, guys, so they sent me 4 different sizes. They have more on here. This is the, whoa, we are having trouble focusing. Sorry. This is the 2 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch labels. This is also nice because they have this on the back of your labels. So if you're not sure what size, they have it printed on literally every label in the roll. So this is your standard 4x6 label. So if you were using, come on. There we go. Okay, I cannot get this thing to want to focus, but there's your standard 4x6 inch label. This is what you would use if you were printing shipping labels off Etsy. This is probably the most common sized label. So that's the 4x6. They also sent me this one, which is 4x2. And then the one I'm using now, which is a 3x2 label. Something that's really handy is right underneath the size of the label, they have this item number, and that is to help you find that specific measurement for the printer. So like they'll give you all these printer layout options, and if you can find the number here, you can just select that one and it will match up with the label size that you have loaded on your little paper loader. Let me show you that too. So here is how the printer looks. I'm going to turn this off really quick just to, good, okay. I'm going to turn that off really quick just to show you how this opens. There is a button on the side here. You push the button, you open it, and then you can feed your different labels in here just like you would on a toilet paper roll. This fits on a toilet paper roll like a toilet paper roll. And you want to make sure your labels are facing up. They have these measurement slots here to adjust to the size of your label. This particular printer can go down to a 1 inch wide by 1 inch tall sticker label, which is awesome if you wanted to print like QR codes to put on things. A lot of these kinds of printers do not have the capability of printing something that small. Okay, so let me show you what I plan to do with these for now. By the way, the quality of my nails gets worse as this video goes on. All right, I'm gonna take, this is Tilly the Tiny Turtle, patterned by Crochet with Luna. If I sold one of these at my market, I have these small plastic clear bags. I use clear bags because that way other people shopping can see what one of my customers gets at my stand. So I would drop her in the bag and then close her up and take one of my handy dandy new labels, peel her off there, and use it to seal this bag so that I can give the customer the bag and then they have my name right. Oh, I didn't even put that on, did I? Then they would have my name and, you know, my business name right there on the bag. So that's kind of what I want to use these for. Again, I could also put these on the inside of a box if I wanted to. Didn't need to ship a box out. I could stick these inside the box and then use the 4x6 labels to print out the shipping label. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my review of this product. Okay, you guys, that should wrap up this video. This should have been up like 4 days ago, but we had fair this week and it's been so busy, but I am trying to get this edited and up. If you guys are interested in the iLabel, the Betckey iLabel thermal label printer, I have a discount code for you. It's in the description box, CABC for Cluck and Buzz Crochet 12 to save 12% off of your label purchase. That would make the normally $80 printer $70 with my discount code. I would especially recommend a thermal printer if you are shipping a lot of your products out from your house. Anyway, what else? I think that's all, you guys. I think that's all. I have so many other videos that I've started filming and need to get to. I'm feeling quite like backlogged with things that I need to get up and going. So this has just been a very busy week for us, but I will be sure to see you in the next video, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye
Thanks
for
for watching
now.
and subscribing. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button.
Thanks, Rosie.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Cozy Rosie. Hi, Gwinny Guinea.